Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Vitamins, Minerals, and Enzymes Oh My class. This is going to talk about the importance of vitamins, minerals, and enzymes in your diet, what foods to get them from, and why it is so important to eat a whole foods, nutrient dense diet every day. Let's get started. So, today we're going to talk about vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and then the foods that you can use to incorporate those into your diet. All right, so first, vitamins. So, vitamins are essential nutrients which are necessary for good health. These are chemical messengers that are used to help the body communicate, work properly, and maintain homeostasis. The body is always striving to maintain homeostasis, which is basically balance, right? Everything is balanced. And getting the proper amount of vitamins, minerals, and enzymes helps make sure that your body is able to stay balanced. So many animals can actually synthesize their own vitamins through just eating whatever that they eat. Um, Unfortunately, through the evolutionary process, we have lost our ability to do that as we could before. So now we must get them through our food. So there's two classes of vitamins. There's the water soluble and the oil or fat soluble. So, water soluble are vitamins that are integrated into your body via water or liquid. These are not stored well in the body and they need to be consumed basically on a daily basis to make sure you get enough of them. Oil and fat soluble ones, these are integrated into the body via the oils and fats you ingest, and they are stored in the fat in the body. So these are not necessary to ingest daily. Usually, weekly is an okay schedule for most people. Um, Certain individuals will need them more often, and that would be something that you would discover through a consultation or a medical astrology reading with me. So let's go with the water soluble ones first. These are, again, ones you need to eat daily in your diet. So, first, there's vitamin C. This is an extremely important vitamin for protein metabolism and the formation of collagen. So, damage to your skin is one of the first signs of not enough vitamin C in the diet. So, if you want healthy looking skin that looks vibrant and young forever, make sure you're getting plenty of vitamin C in your diet daily. Vitamin P is found in conjunction with vitamin C, typically as a bioflavonoid, and this one is essential for blood clotting. So, typically, if you're getting adequate amounts of vitamin C, you're also getting adequate amounts of vitamin P, as they are typically conjoined together in your food. The next one is vitamin K. Sometimes this one is also considered a fat soluble, mainly because you need to ingest proper amounts of vitamin K with vitamin D for vitamin D to be integrated properly. So a lot of times it gets classified as in there as well, just because of that reason. But technically, it is a water soluble vitamin. This one is needed for proper liver function, blood clotting, and fat metabolism, as well as mentioned, vitamin D integration into the body. So the next are the B complex vitamins. These are a group of vitamins that naturally occur together in nature, but are not technically really related to each other, and they're rarely effective though if they're not taken together. Typically, you need all of them for the others to work properly. They work in conjunction with each other. So if you're deficient in one, you're probably deficient in the others because your body is not able to integrate them properly without all of the vitamins present. So the first one is vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. This maintains the nervous system, your liver function, skin protection, and one sign of low thiamine levels is actually a craving for sweets. And so if you start noticing you're craving a lot of sweets, more so than maybe you usually do, and you don't usually have a sweet tooth, this can be a sign that your body is low in vitamin B1 and in, like I said, probably all the other ones. So it wouldn't hurt to go ingest some food that has B vitamins in it and give yourself a boost of those. The next one is vitamin B2. This is also known as, oops, that's supposed to be a B, not a V, riboflavin. This is in combination with vitamin A. Taken with them, it's especially important in carb metabolism and aids in protein and iron assimilation. So, this one is again very important to make sure that you're getting all of the stuff that your body needs to function properly. And signs of low B2 is typically eye or vision issues and stomach cramps. So if you're having a lot of stomach cramps, you could be low in vitamin B2. If you're having vision issues of any kind, you could also be low in that. It works in conjunction with vitamin A, which is known as the eye vitamin usually. So if you're low in one, you're possibly low in the other. So those are good ones to increase if you start noticing those concerns. The next one is vitamin B6, also known as pyrox pyridoxine. There we go. Pyridoxine. It's essential for good muscle function, insulin production, conversion of glucose to energy, and sexual hormone production. This one is needed in combination with magnesium and the other B vitamins. It's essentially useless to take alone without those two um, other components. In deficiency signs of this are muscular weakness, dizziness, anxiety, Parkinson's disease, insulin insufficiency, skin issues, and excessive fatty deposits in the circulatory system. So, if you're told that you have arteries that are being clogged, then you probably need to make sure you're getting more vitamin B6 in your diet to help decrease that issue and help your body effectively use that instead of deposit it where it doesn't need to be. The next one is vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin. This is necessary for assimilation of iron and red, and it also for red blood cell production. Deficiency signs of this is anemia, which is low iron in the blood, insufficient production of sex hormones, a decrease in your sex drive, as well as a deterioration of brain and nerve cells, which leads to brain fog, nervous system dysregulation, and more. So, if you notice you're having a lot of brain fog or your ADHD symptoms are worse than usual, your sex drive is down, you might need some more vitamin B12. Choline is the next one. This is essential for metabolism and distribution of fats. Again, this one you typically get when you get the other B vitamins. Biotin is the next one, sometimes also called vitamin H. It is essential for fat and protein metabolism and for maintaining proper chemical balances within the cells. The next one is folic acid, also known as vitamin B9. This is needed in conjunction with B12 to help your body form red blood cells, and it's also important in protein metabolism. And then there's pantotenic acid, which is also known as B5. This helps keep your immune system healthy by helping in the production of antibodies. And it's also called the stress hormone as it helps your body regulate the adrenal glands and the effects of high adrenaline and cortisol in your blood. So if you were in a very stressful situation for whatever reason, taking extra vitamin B5 can be super helpful for that and to help your body not tax your adrenal glands as much. The next one is PABA, also known as para-amino-benzoic acid, which as you can see, which is why we just call it PABA. It's much easier than saying that every time. And this one is essential to growth and it works with folic acid in the production of red blood cells as well. Then there's niacin, which is also known as B3, and this is essential to proper growth and sugar metabolism. Deficiency signs of this is nervous system dysregulation and brain fog as well. So, again, if you're seeing an increase in those symptoms, it might be time to double check that you're getting enough nutrition and B vitamins in your diet. So, moving on to the oil soluble vitamins, the first one is vitamin A. This actually is really helpful in preventing the formation of cancer cells in your body, improves your night vision, maintains the lining of the cells of the body, especially in the skin, eyes, teeth, the GI, and the urinary tract systems. And it's essential in resisting disease organisms, especially viruses. So, deficiency signs are baldness, an inability to gain weight, various urinary tract issues, ear infections, etc. So this one is very good to make sure you're getting plenty of in your diet. And I find personally for my family and others, if you do become sick, especially with a virus, taking 10,000 micrograms a day times 3 days really does help your body be able to kick out whatever is in there a lot faster and get back to its normal functioning. Then we have vitamin D, and this can be synthesized in our bodies, but we need adequate amounts of cholesterol and sunshine to do so. and this is actually stored in the liver. So we can store plenty of vitamin D, but we need to make sure that to do so, we need to get adequate amounts of cholesterol in our diet as well as sunshine. The cholesterol and the sunshine work together to synthesize vitamin D. It also helps regulate the absorption of phosphorus and calcium, and so, because of that, deficiency signs are rickets, which are like soft, pliable bones, cavities, teeth issues, etc. Because, again, vitamin D is needed for strong, healthy bones, and that is because it helps regulate your body's uptake of phosphorus and calcium, which are needed for creating strong, healthy bones. The next one is vitamin E, also known as tocopherol. This is necessary for proper reproduction and sex drive. So, if you've been having issues with, again, a low sex drive or infertility, then this could be something that is maybe deficient in your body and you need to build up. It also helps build and support tissues, so it's especially helpful for scar reduction and helping with tightening up varicose veins and keeping them from being so noticeable and painful. Then we have vitamin F. This is actually a group of essential unsaturated fatty acids. One is known as linoleic acid, and this is essential to preventing the buildup of cholesterol in places you don't want it. So, again, very important for you to be getting all of these vitamins in your diet on a regular basis. Let's move on to minerals. Inorganic substances which are necessary for proper health, growth, reproduction, and so much more. This is what minerals are, and we obtain them better through raw food. So, incorporating plenty of raw foods in your diet is essential. So, this can be obtained through like eating salads, raw vegetables, um, even raw fishes, like through sushi and things like that, are good as well. And they are needed to help manufacture enzymes along with vitamins. So both vitamins and minerals are what we call the precursors to enzymes. And enzymes, which we will learn in the next little bit, are essential as they are the catalyst of the body. They are needed for producing the reactions necessary for metabolism, repair of the body, and good health. So it's essential to get enough of the vitamins and minerals so your body can produce the enzymes needed for it to work properly. So the first one is calcium. This builds up and maintains bones, teeth, it helps blood clot, it aids in vitality and endurance, it regulates heart rhythm, and is essential for good skeletal development. The next one is iron. This is required in the manufacture of hemoglobin, which is a substance in your red blood cells, which actually is the part that carries the oxygen in the blood to the body organs. There's magnesium, which is necessary for over 300 chemical reactions in the body. So, if you're deficient in this, there's a lot of things that can actually be giving off symptoms because of that. So it works with calcium and vitamin C to help with normal functioning of the nervous and muscular systems, as well as hormone production and so many more things. So again, if you're not getting enough of that, you could have a low sex drive, you could have nervous tics and like nervous system issues, muscular like spasms, or like weakness, things like that. So it's very essential that you're getting plenty of that in your diet as well. And again, with minerals, they're very similar to like water soluble vitamins in the fact that you don't store a ton of them, of certain ones. Calcium, you store a lot more of in your bones, but certain ones, like magnesium, you need to pretty much get daily because you use it in over 300 chemical reactions in your body. So it's easy to blow through it quickly. So it's needed to have daily. And it can, especially when you get under stress, it's needed to help um, produce cortisol and produce adrenaline. So if you're under a lot of stress, you're going to be burning through magnesium way more than somebody who's not. So magnesium is super essential to get. If you have ADHD as well, ADHD individuals are actually typically deficient in magnesium and don't store it as well as other individuals. So you're going to definitely need to get a lot more if you follow that category. The next mineral is copper. This is necessary for proper absorption and utilization of the iron, and it also helps form healthy red blood cells. So, again, you don't need high amounts of this one, but you do need enough that your body can work properly in forming those two things. Then, zinc. This helps in formation of tissues and is essential for protein and carb metabolism, and it's also needed for a healthy immune system. You can tell if you have a deficiency in zinc if you suddenly lose your sense of smell or your sense of taste. Zinc is blown through very quickly when you're sick, especially with viruses. So if you've noticed that, you've had maybe a longer illness, you've had a virus recently, and things just aren't tasting or smelling right, or you're just feeling still kind of run down, increasing your zinc intake for a few days would really help with a lot of that. Manganese, it activates various enzymes, and it's really necessary for proper utilization of vitamins B1 and E. Cobalt is another one that is used for the production of red blood cells. It's a component of vitamin B12. So typically, when you get B12, you do get cobalt with it. So if you have enough B12 in your diet, you should also have enough cobalt in theory. And it's also necessary for normal growth and appetite. So if you've noticed that your appetite is a little lower or it's not as good as it used to be, it could be a deficiency in cobalt. And so increasing your intake of foods that contain lots of vitamin B12 will help make sure that that works as well. Then there's potassium. This is necessary for healthy muscle tone and use. It affects the action of the heart and the nerves and many enzyme reactions in the body. If your potassium levels are too low or too high, either direction can cause heart dysrhythmias, which can then lead to heart attacks or um, heart stopping or heart beating too funny for too long, which can cause blood clots and other issues to form and cause strokes and lead to potential pulmonary embolisms as well, which would lead to potentially not being able to breathe well. So potassium is super necessary, but you don't need a ton of it because again, too high or too low can really dysregulate your heart and your circulatory system and the electrical system of the heart. So typically eating one banana a day for the majority of people is a good way to get all the potassium that you need for the day. If you are on a diuretic or a water pill, then you will need more potassium because the majority of water pills decrease the amount of potassium in your blood. But again, if you're on one of those, the person prescribing that should have already put you on a potassium supplement as well, or had you increase the potassium um, foods in your diet as well. All right, so then the next one is phosphorus, and this is important for normal bone and tooth structure, essential in energy production and use, and is related to the metabolism of calcium and vitamin D. Again, this is one that is essential to have for healthy, strong bones and teeth. And then there's iodine. This one is super essential for proper functioning of the thyroid, as well as proper growth, energy, and regulation of the metabolism rate. And this is found in seaweed. Seaweed is one of the highest natural forms of iodine that you can find. Contains the most in a form that is readily bioavailable to the body. So increasing seaweed in your diet, dried or in soups and stuff, is also a good way to ensure that you're getting plenty of iodine a day. And then sulfur, it's vital to healthy skin, hair, and fingernails. Um, so sulfur and silica actually work really closely to ensure strong hair, fingernails, and healthy skin. So making sure you're getting plenty of those in your diet as well. All right, now we're going to move on to enzymes. And as we mentioned earlier, enzymes are chemicals which are necessary to bring about chemical reactions in the body. They are the catalyst of said reactions, and they need both vitamins and minerals to work properly and be activated. So they are electrically charged and they attract the proper raw materials via this charge, and then these are brought together and then the reaction occurs. So each enzyme only has one function, and that is to see whatever particular reaction that it governs take place. So some examples, there is an enzyme called renin. This is found in the digestive juices of infants and children under the age of 2, and its function is to reduce the complex protein lactoglobulin, which is found in milk, either breast milk or dairy milk. It's obviously works better on breast milk because human milk, human baby, but it also works on dairy or cow's milk as well. Um, and it helps break it down into simpler substances for easier digestion. Another one is called ptyalin. This is found in saliva. Its function is to break down um, oops, complex starch molecules into simple sugar molecules, and this allows them to be digested and absorbed easier. There is not really a uniform naming system to enzymes, but anything ending in "ase" is definitely an enzyme, and then there's these 2 that we just mentioned that don't end in that at all. So, sometimes it's difficult to tell what is an enzyme and what is not, but if all else fails, you can Google if you need to. We do need vitamins and minerals in sufficient quantities in our diets to help replace out any worn enzymes that have been used up by the body. And without these being replaced on a regular basis, the chemical reactions that we need for good health, vitality cannot happen. And then that's when disease sets in. So, the liver is the biggest user of enzymes in the body due to all the chemical reactions it must do on a daily basis. So, ensuring proper amounts of vitamins and minerals ensures a happy, healthy liver and in turn, a happy, healthy body. So let's talk about foods that you really want to incorporate to make sure that you're getting plenty of these. So, vitamin A, you want brightly colored fruits and vegetables, dairy products, eggs, butter, fish, and liver. Vitamin D would be fish oils, eggs, salmon, tuna, sardines. And again, you want to make sure that you're getting out into the sun as well. Um, you want to do at least 15 minutes with as much skin exposed as you can once a day, no sunscreen on, to make sure that you're absorbing enough sunshine for your body to be happy. Then we have vitamin E. This is found in wheat germ, whole organic grains, meats, eggs, butter, leafy green vegetables, raw or slightly cooked, nuts, legumes such as beans, lentils, and peas. Vitamin F is found in fish oils, some animal oils, butter, cream. Animal oils would be like lard, butter, cream, egg yolks, nuts, and avocados. Vitamin C, you can find it in the herbs acerola or rose hips. You can also find it in citrus fruits, especially grapefruit. Of the citrus fruits, grapefruit has the most vitamin C, followed by like oranges, lemons, limes, etc. Parsley, peppers, broccoli, guava, kiwi. Kiwi, fun fact, actually has more vitamin C in it than an orange does. So you can eat You'd have to eat, I think it's like the equivalent of like 3 oranges to get the same amount as you would in 1 kiwi. So, good one to incorporate on a regular basis. Currants, kale, collards, and tomatoes. And again, the kale, collards, and tomatoes, eating that raw or lightly cooked is the best way to go to make sure that you get all the vitamin C that you need. Vitamin K is found in alfalfa sprouts, egg yolks, and leafy green vegetables. It's really found in um, abundance in leafy green vegetables. In fact, so much so that if you are on certain blood thinners, you are to avoid majority of leafy green vegetables so you don't counteract the anticoagulism of the blood thinners. So, just a fun fact right there for you. Vitamin B1 is found in whole organic grains, especially wheat germ, yeast milk, liver, eggs, and many of the nuts. Vitamin B2 is found specifically in beef liver, but all liver would have it. Beef liver just has the highest amount in the kidneys of animals, milk, cheeses, broccoli, the outer leaves of most green leafy vegetables, which are the ones we typically throw away. So, learning to clean those well and incorporate them will help make sure you get enough vitamin B2. They're found in carrots, peanuts, apples, citrus fruits, and all the sources listed above for vitamin B1. For vitamin B6, liver and other organ meats, brewers or nutritional yeast is another name for it. Fish, wheat germ, egg yolks, cantaloupe, cabbage, milk, and honey are good sources of that. And vitamin B12, meat, especially grass fed, pastured meats, are really good for you. As far as the minerals go, mostly if you're getting plenty of vitamins through these sources, you will also be getting the minerals with them, which is why I did not list any sources for that except for the iodine, which again you would really want to take to get enough of that. Make sure you're eating plenty of seaweed um, into your diet as well for that. So, as you can see, when you one eats a nutrient dense whole organic foods diet, you will receive the amount of vitamins, minerals, and enzymes necessary for good health and continued vitality. and helping your body maintain homeostasis and being happy and healthy. That is everything for this course. If you have any questions, please reach out to me via email or the client portal, and I would be happy to help answer those for you. Thank you again for coming. I will talk to you all later. Love and light.